style, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since his franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum, you know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Slot man moves right. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Check, 43. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Tight dog. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Jones will come now in motion right. On third down, Lawrence. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
Check. Check. Hot, bro. Hot, hot. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Pilot, 64. Go on. Check 50. Shoot.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 52. Bring it. Check three.
They go to Johnson again. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Under 10. Hey, box cut.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Hey, go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Check 99. 6-6. Pull up high. Look at me. Zipper.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Ty Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Rolling to his right. And this throw will be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
51 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Hey. 4 down. Kill. Check 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Edwards-Helaire, and he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 35. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Patterson's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense. But that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose. Do what you do best. Go get the quarterback.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Oh, look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ty Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down.
Another try after the first down sack.
Tua.
They're going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Trayvon Walker
picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Tua going to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Out to it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Tua.
Gesicki hauling in the quick throw.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
And now here is another interception. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, Johnson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Johnson running right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Ty Johnson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready. Push him back. On the ball.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Tua completing this to Waddle. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Hey, we got four down. Kill.
Mega, let's go, charge.
Safety creep.
Here's Mostert, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
One more time with Mostert, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Johnson again on second down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's crashing.
61, match box, right. Hey, Roy.
55.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Tighten up.
Rock it. Protein spell.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Slot man moves right. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it.